Oh, hi. Are we on?
It says live.
Okay,
Hello.
we are.
Good morning.
Hi.
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 I'm not wearing any makeup. Just want to start with that.
Good morning. It's Friday, December 9th, and we're the RGV Moms blog team.
The full,
Part of our
like
team?
the this isn't our full
Most of
team,
us.
but this is like a big part of.
Like,
So
yes,
we
I
have
don't know if
both,
everyone knows this. So RGV Moms blog is actually a whole bunch of moms. We all write. There are about 20 of us right now. So this is a small representation of us.
Yes.
And we're here to chat today about some stuff. Again, on Friday morning.
Yes.
Like, hey, it's cold outside.
Yeah, Burr.
Bird.
It's freezing. It's actually legitimately cold now. Yes, it's very
Anyone
cold.
else's kids thinking like, what is a jacket? What's a coat?
Yeah. Anyone else needing to maybe go run out and buy one?
Okay, so my oldest has asked last night and today if I think it'll ever snow again here.
They've been asking.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so I said, I'm sure it will some days before I die. I'm sure soon.
Wow, that got
Possible
deep
every
really
year,
quickly.
Maybe so.
Maybe
It's already
today.
been about 15, 16 since it happened last.
Yeah,
No,
2012.
2004.
Yeah.
12
So-
years
oh,
ago.
wow.
You never
It's
know.
already been
We had a
But
white
before that, it
Christmas.
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we were talking about is since we live in a hot climate, we're not used to having jackets. And I think it was the Today Show had a video going around. They did some tests on kid dummies with coats. Well,
Yeah. It's just funny.
Crash test
I
dummies.
know, crash test kids. And so they were just showing that it's really not safe to put your kids in a car seat with a coat on. And we'll share it. I don't know that we've shared it yet. We need to share it on our page so you can find it later today for our readers. But it's pretty important to have your kids take their jacket off first, even if they're cold, because if not, they could potentially, if you were, hopefully, heaven forbid, if you were in an accident, your kid could fly out of their seat. So make sure you take those coats off, and if they're cold, you can just cover them with their jacket.
Yeah.
Hard and soft.
Yeah.
And make sure it's snug. She shows in the video you have to be able to not be able to pinch the straps right here. Up here.
And also like that little clip right at their armpits. That was like a
And
big
if you
tip.
look at the clip,
Yeah.
we should repost. Katie had a fabulous post last year about car seat safety. If you look at the clip on pretty much every car seat, there's a picture of armpits on there.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Did you know that? If you look
a
at the
game
car
changer.
seats today when you put them on, look at your kids' car seats. There's a picture of kids'
wow.
armpits, and it shows like the strap in the armpit
Yeah.
on the clip.
For safety purposes.
Pretty universal. So, Tuesday.
Today.
We
What?
had.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Today's Friday. Okay.
Don't
Friday,
scare
but
us
it's
like that.
back
Don't scare
in
us like
time.
that.
Back 3 days.
We had our first coffee date.
Yes. That was really well. I didn't get to go, but I loved watching the video, and the mom's mannequin challenge was hilarious. And it was so funny because everyone was like super serious, and then you guys kind of like went out a little bit, and then you saw all the moms having conversations, and then like they had no clue that they didn't get the memo that it was like mannequin challenge time. But it was really fun to watch, and I'm really sad that I missed it, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yes. And we definitely are. We have one at least planned in the works. We haven't announced it yet. And if you all have other ideas, you can always comment here below our video. That's how we can easily see what you're thinking and where you want to meet up and when.
But we have to give a shout out to.
Oh, definitely. To Jonathan. He's the best manager. We were at the Starbucks on
awesome.
North McCall in McAllen. And Jonathan, thank you. We had a great time.
I think all the moms did, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everybody did. So if you're ever in
Yeah.
that Starbucks, say hi to Jonathan and give him a high five.
Yeah, I'm in that Starbucks every day, so I will continue to thank him.
And you can also kind of see what photos we had shared, and we'll continue to share at our future coffee dates with the hashtag RGVMB Coffee Date. RGVMB Coffee Date. That's RGV Moms Blog Coffee Date. So speaking of the blog, though,
So next up, so we had a couple of we have a set list this time. We're looking at a little list. That's why we're so in sync this time. So this week on the blog, we had two really great posts. So the first one, Celeste wrote about mommy anger, which is really awesome because we love when we get these really like personal and hard to talk about topics. And as soon as someone writes about it, we just all come out of the woodwork like, yep, thank you. Yep, we get it. So take a second to read that. It's really, really insightful. And I don't know, I have my own issues with mommy anger, so it was really helpful to me.
Yeah, and it's really honest.
It's really honest, and there's a lot of good tips as well, like not just insights, but some good tips for you and how to manage it and stuff like that. It's great. And we also had Veronica's post on DIY holiday card tips. She actually talked to a professional photographer, and even if you've already done your holiday cards, or maybe you're not doing the family photo this year, her tips are really great for even just capturing your holiday photos. And if you're going to be around with a lot of family these holidays, just great tips for capturing good photos. So definitely read that.
Agreed.
Did y'all do family photos or holiday cards?
I did. I'm waiting for mine.
Not yet.
We did not do a photo.
I did photos.
You did, okay.
But I do them every year, and I don't do cards. I do cards, they just never go out.
Yeah.
Mine go out around Valentine's Day.
They go
So I
after
think
after just
They don't
after.
even go out at that point. They sit
I
there
have
and-
stacks of old cards that
Yeah.
never.
No.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Every now, like, I'll go to make the next year's
Yeah.
card and I'll find last year's stack. Well, maybe it's just the ones I didn't send, or maybe it's the
Yeah.
ones that
Yeah.
didn't make it into envelopes. But I always order way too many when I do.
Yes, I always
Yes.
feel like, okay, I'm gonna order this
Let me make
amount
the list
because I
first.
surely know that many people.
I'm gonna
And
mail
then
them to all
it's
my
just kinda like,
cousins.
So my family and friends, I love you. You might not get a card from me. It might not be on time if it does come out.
It
I'm
might get
sorry.
there next year, but
Merry
Maybe.
Christmas.
Happy New Year
Just
card.
kidding. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So I did last year. So the next thing is super quick.
Well, it's Christmas season, holiday season, whatever holidays you celebrate. In any case, a wreath is a pretty universal symbol that people use this time of year. So if you're looking for a quick craft this week, I just did this with my boys 2 days ago, I think. Super simple. It took like no time at all. I pretty much was like, hey, can you put your hand here? Let me trace it. And we cut them out. I think it's a total of 12 little hands. And then I cut out a circle. A circle out of red by kind of folding it a couple times and just cut it. If you need to trace a plate, you can trace a plate if,
that's a
if
good
you're not
idea.
good at making circles. Or if you don't feel comfortable with your circles. But it doesn't even show. See? Like, you can't even see it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then just literally glued them that they overlap. Every hand overlaps the next one. And it's a beautiful little wreath that you can hang up on the
Display.
wall. Or maybe we have one on our front door. But super quick craft, something fun to do with the kids. That's
and
our
it
craft
really
of the
looks
week.
like little greenery, but it's all their little
It's
fingers.
their fingers.
It's so cute.
I know.
So, all right. And then let's see. We have we were talking about mom hacks this week amongst us, and so we thought we'd share some of our favorite mom hacks and see what y'all's are, and maybe we can like help each other out with some tips.
I know.
So,
We would love to hear if you have others
Yeah.
like great ones.
Post them in the comments
Yes.
or whatever.
And maybe we'll try them out and see if they work.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they sound so great, and then you try them,
And you're like, no, wait, no.
or you
that was
don't
not
want to
a
try
hack.
them because you don't
Mom
think they're
fails.
gonna work.
Yeah.
Janie just
So-
joined us. Hi, Janie.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, and so Renee, do you have any mom hacks?
Yeah, so we're also trying to make them winter centric for the season. So mine is that I always leave a pair of shoes and a hat and a jacket in the car. I think everyone has like emergency stuff in the car, but I actually just take her shoes off every day after school and like stow them under the seat. And then we have other shoes inside. So I leave shoes, hat, jacket in the car, and that way when we're running late, I just like throw her in the car seat and very securely buckle her in. And then we take off,
At the
and
armpits.
I have all of her
At the
stuff.
arm-
At the armpits.
It's awesome at the armpits, and then I just hook it, and
Pinch.
and then her shoes are already there, so done. So
Which
that's
is
my
really
hat.
That's
good,
really good.
because sometimes like I catch myself not knowing where her jacket is.
Yes,
And it's just
yes,
like
you have to get all
then
that on
mom
the way out the
anger
door.
sets in because you can't find the
Yes,
jacket and you're
yes.
late or whatever it may be, and so
It's one less, and we can most times of the year we can get away with that down here. Like you can take them out of the house without shoes on because it's warm enough, and so that's pretty nice. So it's getting a little difficult, but even a backup pair of shoes, because my daughter's still young enough that I can't tell you how many times we roll up to the store and she doesn't have shoes, and now I'm like, And now I'm the mom that didn't put shoes on.
We had to buy shoes once. Like, I was across town and we were going to eat at a
Yes.
restaurant.
So you just
we
bought-
stopped and bought flip-flops
shoes,
this
yeah.
summer. Yeah. No, that's a great tip. Thanks.
So that's mine.
Nicole joined. So hi, Nicole.
Hello.
She's on our fantasy football team.
Ah.
So hi, Nicole.
Oh, Vanessa. We're up against each other this week in fantasy, and it does not look good for me.
Wow.
Should I sit in between?
I'm not
you?
excited to
Oh,
lose.
well.
It's gonna happen. The playoffs are at
Oh,
stake.
Ceci's on too. Hi,
Hello. Well, I have a mom hack, especially because it's cold weather and soup. Like, soup is a really yummy thing. We've had sick kids last week, so I made chicken noodle soup one day, and it's always too hot for the kids, especially for my littles. Even if it's not, he'll say, like, it's too hot. So my trick is to put an ice cube in their soup bowl after, even if it's already been sitting out for a little while, stir it in, it'll melt, and they won't even know it's there.
Yeah.
And if I need another one, just add another one.
I put it in their macaroni and cheese.
Me too.
Oh.
And sometimes,
So smart.
when I'm feeling very organized, I will actually freeze. I'll do little ice cubes for milk because they love milk in their macaroni and cheese.
Stop.
But that takes planning, and so that doesn't happen often. But
Yeah.
you know,
But it's a good idea.
It's an idea.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do that.
I put the ice cubes in the oatmeal in the morning because oatmeal is like
Oatmeal, yeah.
super
Yeah.
hot and it kind of waters it down anyway, and so it works for us.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, my hack is, well, my daughter was sick this week and she is at the stage of being so picky and not wanting to eat anything or anything that tastes disgusting, Mom. So, and yeah, she's 3, she knows disgusting. Anyway, so I have started sneaking her medicine into popsicles. Well, actually, I get the popsicles that you freeze, the little like plastic.
Oh, like you make your own?
No, not the ones that you buy,
Like
the
a
icy
tray
pops.
and you stick
Yeah.
it in?
No, like the ones you buy. It's like
The
And
long
then
things
the
that
little
go
no,
down.
like
Yeah.
the ones that everyone has in the summer that you
Yeah.
get
Yes.
cut off. So I put that in a bowl and I kind of like melt it up a little bit, sneak her medicine in there, and I tell her it's a slushy, and she will eat it.
Nice.
Sometimes she catches me if I don't
Nice.
like blend the flavors well.
Yeah,
Then she's
she's
like,
like,
"This
"This
is
tastes terrible."
disgusting" or "yuck." But like I do the grape with the grape, and then there's an antibiotic that tastes like strawberry kind of, but it's still kind of not very good tasting. So I put that with the pink one, and she cannot tell, and she thinks it's a treat.
Well,
she's
and I
getting
think
medicine.
the pharmacies have
Flavors.
flavors, and you can add banana, and so.
I was
Yeah.
afraid to experiment with
Yeah,
that.
I never do
Yeah,
it. But
not all pharmacists offer that, and like I said, my daughter's super picky. That if she knows that it's medicine, even if it's flavored like whatever it could be,
knows.
like
Yeah.
brownies or cupcakes, she probably would still say it was yuck. So
Yeah.
I have to trick her into slushy time. So
Smart.
with
If it helps them get better,
yeah,
it's all for the greater good.
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I think we should all raise our hand if your kid has, or one of your kids has a cough right now. Because we're just
So sorry, school.
Yeah.
I hope you're not watching
I
this.
promise she wasn't contagious.
Yeah. But no, it makes me
Yes.
feel better because then when my kid's
No.
coughing on everything, I'm like,
No, we talk a lot about washing hands and
Yeah.
cough into your shirt, whatever, your elbow,
Yeah.
train them.
It doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
So, well, if you have any great mom hacks, we would love to hear them. And
Or mom crafts.
or mom crafts, because we could use them.
Jennifer joined. Hi,
Also-
Jennifer. She's one of our
Hi.
contributors. She's home with a new baby.
Newborn.
congrats.
Hope you're staying warm.
Yes. And we had a lot of birthdays this week. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Who all did you post?
well,
And
a
we have
Ryan
another one
Gosling
coming
gift
up next.
to?
Oh, I know. I love looking for. I think it was on Alauda that started me looking for memes on people's birthdays, and it's usually like Ryan Gosling
Those are the
Or-
best.
Channing Tatum.
Yes.
It was pretty awesome.
or Elf.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ron Burgundy.
Ah.
Stay sunny, RGV. Hey, except it's cold outside, so I'm enjoying the cold, and I hope you all are too.
Yes.
And it's so nice to connect with our readers, and we really, like I said, or like Renee was talking about, it was so nice to meet people in person this week at our coffee talk, our coffee date.
And
Hashtag.
can't wait to have another one. Yeah.
I know. So until then, cheers.
Cheers.
Stay warm.
Have a great
Stay
weekend.
warm.
And if your coffee's cold when you drink it, just call it iced coffee.
Put an ice cube in it. Put a milk ice cube in it.
And pretend it was
And
on
then it
purpose.
will water it down. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, put a creamer cube in there.
What? Well, we're going to end on that note. That was the high point.
okay.
Let's end on that, yeah.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. Have a
Bye.
great weekend.